Hello, Cancer friends, and welcome to Bunny Cat's Oracle. It's great to have you here. My name is Marianne, and I will be doing your March 2021 General Tarot reading. I'm a few days late this month, but what else is new, right? Let's get started. I always like to start with a prayer. So for everyone who clicked on this video today, I pray that you're happy, that you're healthy, that you and your loved ones are safe and protected from harm, and then all your best dreams are coming true. Let's get started. So what do we have for my crab friends for March 2021, please? What's that? Interesting. Somebody wealthy could be interested in you. You know what? I'm not going to take the jumpers out. I'm just going to note them. These cards are a little big for my hands, but they're still my favorites, so I need to keep using them. This is the Cat Tarot. What's going on for Cancer, please? For March 2021. What do my crab friends need to hear? Let's get one more shuffle. March 2021, please. For the Cancer Collective. All right, let's get started. 2 and 3. 6 lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Beautiful. I'm going to get all the cards on the table before I start interpreting them this time, just to save us a little time. I love these cards. God, they're so adorable. Beautiful Empress here. Okay. You know what, Cancer? I think this could be a very healing month for you from what I'm seeing so far. Death and Temperance are bookmarking your reading here. And I get a feeling like you guys are going through some kind of massive change, or there's a feeling of wanting to change. And it might not be comfortable, you know. But Temperance is about healing, you know, healing after that change. So I think that whatever it is that you're wanting to change this month, I think it will be for the better. But there is a little feeling of upset in the present. I got to be honest. For those of you who are married, we have the Hierophant card here. Okay, this isn't going to apply to everyone, but there is a feeling of like an upset. You know, there's the potential of divorce. I'm not saying you got to get a divorce, because some of you obviously don't. Some of you this isn't even going to apply to. But with the Tower and the Queen of Swords, I feel like some of you are really wanting to make a break for it. The Queen of Swords is sometimes known as like a widow card. Here we just have a cat relaxing on the couch, and she's actually not holding a sword or anything, but she kind of has this look in her eye like, do not cross me, you know. And some of you, male or female, doesn't really matter here. Some of you could be just like fed up with the situation. Now, this might not be about marriage. It can also be about a job. The Hierophant is really about institutions. There's kind of a weird shadow happening here, but you know, authority, societal institution. So it often represents marriage, but it can also represent a school. It can represent a corporation that you work for, a line of thinking, you know, a certain school of thought. And there's a feeling of like something that you can't control, that's like a sudden change with the Tower, but there's also a feeling of just wanting to break away. The Queen of Swords setting down really strong boundaries, or even cutting someone or several people out all of a sudden. So let me know what that means for you, because again, it can mean really different things to different people, but it's the idea of a divorce. So what or whom are you divorcing from? You know, it's sort of like the Tower is making me think of like the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like maybe you were kind of already sort of sick of this, and then there's just like one thing that somebody says or does, and you're just like, you know what, like I can't anymore, you know. So interesting. It feels, you know, it feels awkward, it feels uncomfortable, but again, like we have Temperance over here, and We have the Three of Wands over here. So I feel like, there's something that needs to be removed from your life. And the Tower as well, the meaning of the card, it's like God coming in and striking down the Devil's Tower because it's not built on a solid foundation. It's like something needs to go. The tower isn't knocked down in order to punish you or to cause you, unnecessary suffering. It's knocked down in order to remove an obstacle for your life so that you can rebuild and you can recover and you can live your life in a much more peaceful way, right? So it's just like temporary, upset, right? Something motivating you, change, right? The Death card is here. The Sun is coming up in the background, and also Three of Wands. So opportunities, lots of opportunities. So some of you are, sorry, the sun is just like weird right now. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's the idea of like, it's like, that there's so much opportunity out there. There are so many people to meet and places to go once the lockdown ends, and people to do business with, or maybe even romantic partners. So for those of you who are like wanting to break out of an, unsatisfactory relationship, it's like you may have sort of gotten wind of the fact that there are other people out there. There are other, eligible bachelors or bachelorettes who might be really interested in you. And you might just be really like wanting to get back in the game and do some dating and have other friendships and not feel like somebody is like trying to control you or ask you where you're going all the time, right? There's a feeling of wanting to change, wanting to pursue these opportunities. And if this is about your work or your career, same thing, right? It's like there's other things out there for me and I got to go get them, like that's kind of the vibe. And I like that because that's kind of empowering, right? And it's exciting. It gives you something to look forward to. It's like, once I get through this, like, rough patch here, like it's like the sun is going to shine again and I'm going to be meeting all these people and nobody can tell me what to do. And I love that. So you're definitely on to bigger and better things. In the recent past, I kind of get the sense you've been dealing with some sort of toxic energy. Like we got the Devil here and we've got the Page of Swords. So somebody has been spying on you. Now, is this somebody in your life or outside of your life? I don't know, but there's a very toxic kind of vibe. Now, it might not be that they're necessarily a toxic person. Like we tend to talk about extremes in the tarot. This is something I've noticed a lot. Something's all bad or it's all good or it's going to be great and you're going to blow up overnight. And I feel like, maybe we need to be a little bit more reasonable about things. Somebody having a toxic vibe, it could just be that like, that they're obsessed with you, there's some obsession there that's just like not totally healthy. It could be that this person's just a bad influence on you, right? Like maybe you guys always drink together or you always do drugs together or, you always, talk really negatively about other people around you, right? It's just something about them is like a toxic influence. But I do get the impression there is a lot of love there. So that's why when I say it's toxic, like, I don't mean that the person is, completely against you, or maybe they really loved you at one point and then it became a sort of unhealthy attachment. The Six of Cups is actually a really beautiful card. It does talk about the past, somebody missing somebody in the past, or what if I put it over here? Can you see it better? Yeah, really, really nice card. We see a really cute little kitten in a bowl here. The idea of childhood, right? It can be about a soulmate. It can even be about a hobby that you did when you were younger, like a childhood dream, but I don't think that's what it means here. I think this is somebody that you were either friends with or lovers with in the past, and it seems like they have been kind of obsessing over you. So you may or may not be aware of it, but I'm kind of getting the feeling like you are. Maybe something came up out of that and you're in the present, you're just like, no, like I can't deal with this anymore, right? Interesting. In the near future, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Five of Wands, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So I actually get the impression you guys are going to be offered probably many offers. It's like there's this idea that there's a potential work challenge, there's some competition, and there's the Knight of Cups. So people could be competing for your attention. For those of you who are interviewing for new positions, there may be several positions. Please listen to your gut and not what your recruiters are telling you. I had to say this in another reading before, because I worked with recruiters, for 4 years, and I know that they'll say anything to get you to take a job because they're thinking about their own profit, and they won't tell you certain things that you need to know that might really affect your happiness in that job. So always listen to your own gut. You may be getting multiple offers. You may also be getting an offer from someone that makes you feel like you have to compete. Like it's almost like they make things challenging for you somehow. Somebody may be trying to win you over. It could be somebody from the past. I don't know who it is. You know what? Let's clarify. I haven't taken out a clarifier yet. Why not? Just grab a playing card here. We have a Jack of Diamonds and we have a Seven of Diamonds. So this does really seem like a work thing here. Diamonds that tend to represent money, material things. And a Jack of Diamonds can be an entrepreneur. It can be a recruiter. It can be somebody offering you a job, somebody wanting to work with you. Just a second, Cancer. There's just like too many weird shadows coming in. I'm just going to like adjust the blinds. I'm going to be right back. Okay, did that help? I feel like maybe it helped a bit. Maybe not. Okay. Well, you know what? It's just going to be dark. Let's just continue on with the reading. Sorry for the distraction. Weird lighting today. Yeah. So I do get the sense there's you need to be careful about any offers that you get in the near future. Like you may be feeling very flattered and feeling very popular, but I do think you're going to be dealing with some people who just have like a very kind of competitive vibe. So listen to your gut. Generally, when people want to work with you, like when you're, somebody who is employable and has just the right amount of experience and is available, there tend to be other people who want to work with you too, right? There's never just one offer. So I would say explore your options. Listen to your gut, maybe make a list of pros and cons, because there's probably other opportunities out there and you don't need to make a rushed decision. Just take your time. Okay. Something you don't know. Here we have two major arcana. We've got the Strength card, we've got the Empress, and we've got the Four of Pentacles. There's a feeling of somebody hanging on to you, and kind of not really, showing how they feel. This is interesting. I didn't really want to make this into a romantic reading, but it feels like it's going that way. The Strength card, this is somebody like overcoming their emotions, like overcoming their lower nature, It is really beautiful. It's a beautiful influence. If you were to just take the influence of the Strength card, this is about bravery. It's about sticking up for yourself. It's also about just not getting rattled, if people are trying to get a reaction out of you, when you're able to stay calm, that is a superpower, right? And the Empress is a beautiful, abundant energy, whether you're female or male. This is about having everything you need, also feeling very peaceful at home, feeling patient with the process, maybe having a little glow up, so you could be looking very beautiful or very handsome, if you're a man. Either way, there is a need perhaps to save your money with the Four of Pentacles, but Four of Pentacles is also like a sign of stability. It's like saying, you do have enough, but you just need to be a little careful with the spending. For those of you who are looking for a new job, it may be wiser that you use what you have to kind of stretch it out a bit and make sure that you're not rushing into a decision, right? It's like if you save your money, then it will last longer, right? And then there isn't this like hurry of like, oh, I got to take the first job that's offered to me because I don't want to have to go a week, unemployed, or 2 weeks, right? If you save your money, maybe you can afford to take a little bit more time making your next decision so that you don't get into something that turns out to be uncomfortable and not for you, right? This could be also saying, there's something really great right around the corner. The Empress, again, is so positive and so abundant, right? And you just need to be brave and believe in yourself and you can make it happen. Very positive influence, however you take it. Advice here, I have Temperance, I have the Three of Cups, and I have the Queen of Cups. I think this is a need to take care of yourself, to take care of your emotional health. God, this shadow is really bad. I'm so sorry, guys. This is such a beautiful card. I'm going to just try to bring it to the light so you can see. We have a cat here licking the water, and there's a little fish in the fish bowl, and it's really cute. He's just having a little drink. But there's a very watery influence here. In fact, all of these cards have a watery influence, even though I think Temperance is associated with Sagittarius. But Queen of Cups and the Three of Cups, there is a feeling of healing a friendship. Like there may be a female friend that you want to maybe apologize to, or make amends with. That could be a possibility. Could even be a mother, right? With the Queen of Cups. Somebody could be a fellow water sign, or somebody very creative, emotional, sensitive, somebody who sort of lives in their imagination and their dream world. It feels like it's a very, very strong friendship here. So maybe something that you wouldn't want to let go of. I don't know what happened, but there is a need to heal. This could also be about you taking care of yourself, though, right? Because you're also a water sign. Cancer, known to be, ooey gooey and, kind of emotional, sensitive creatures, right? Like the Pisces and myself, I'm Pisces. We're like the worst of them. So this is about taking care of your emotions. Your feelings are valid. There's a lot of people in the world, especially people in the corporate world, and like your typical abusive mom and dad who tell you, like, quit crying or I'll give you something to cry about. No, why are you having emotions? You're too sensitive. Like, it's just gaslighting, right? It's just like things that they say to take the focus off of their abusive behavior and instead put it on you. Like there's something wrong with you because you're having a feeling. It's like I hit you in the face and now you're crying. So I'm making fun of you because you're crying, rather than saying like, sorry, I hit you in the face, right? Figuratively or, actually. So there is a need to honor your emotions and your feelings here and to protect yourself from people who don't respect you, ultimately, caring for yourself. And I'm feeling that really strongly with the Queen of Swords in the present as well. If there has been some kind of negativity persisting in your life, or some kind of abuse, or just relationships that just aren't going anywhere, and where you feel like people just don't have your back, this would be a great time to bust right out of that and just move on, right? Because your emotions are valid and you deserve to be happy, and you deserve to be pursuing your best life, your most beautiful life, and really enjoying yourself. This is such a peaceful energy. Temperance and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is just so happy to just lay here on the table and just enjoy herself and dream big and just kind of take it easy, And Temperance also can talk about needing to maybe cut down on some sort of habits, let's say, maybe drinking too much or eating too much, or maybe it's negative thinking, or maybe it's sitting around too much. I don't know, but there's something that may have been persisting in your life that's preventing you from, feeling as happy and as peaceful as you possibly could. So there may be something that you need to cut down. You don't need to quit it completely. Temperance is not, quitting completely with something. Or maybe for some of you, you do need to do that, but it can just be having less, right? I love to drink wine. I know that if I drink too much wine, it does definitely have a negative impact on me, but I'm not ready to give it up completely. So, 2 to 4 glasses a week, maybe that's reasonable. I don't need to drink a bottle every night, but you just need to do whatever is best for you in the situation. So definitely getting a theme here, Cancer, of taking care of your emotional life, of cutting out things, places, people, or habits that definitely aren't serving you and that are holding you back, believing in yourself, and having patience with yourself and patience with the process. Okay. So this is a month to really tap into that intuitive nature, to listen to that voice in your gut. What it's telling you, when you are around people who make you feel like you have a claw inside of you scraping away your insides, that's a sign to get away. I don't know why. We don't know what's going on with that person, and I'm not going to make assumptions, but it's just a sign that that's not somebody that's meant in your life. That's not a good situation for you. When you feel excited and you feel expansive, and you could even feel nervous, but it's not like a bad nervous. It's not dread. It's just like, oh my God, I don't want to mess up because this is so important to me. That's a green light, right? So those are two very, very different feelings. So I would encourage you to try and get in touch with that. And maybe some of you are just wanting to take a little break, maybe do some meditation, maybe go for some walks, or just have a moment of peace in your life so that you can hear your own voice for a change. That's what I got for you, Cancer. But you know what? I'm going to get you some oracle cards too, just for fun. Let's take these animal spirit cards and see what we have. Actually, let's just spread them out like this. What do we have for Cancer? I've got the bat. And I've got the peacock. Oh, wow. This is really cool. Actually, I think Pisces got peacock too. So the bat is exactly what I was saying about that intuition. We even have a moon right here at the top of the card. So the bat is blind, as we know, the saying, blind as a bat, but they have this inner sonar that directs them exactly where they need to go. Like they are so precise. And it's amazing. It's just such an incredible talent. And so I think of that as being your intuition. It's like you may not have a logical reason for doing something. You might not be able to just put it into words exactly why you want to choose this over this, or say no to this thing that looks really good on paper, or this person, but you just know, it's just an inner knowing. You may even be having dreams as well, because I do see the moon here, the full moon. And it may even be referring to something happening at the end of the month, the full moon around the end of the month. It could be something revealed, or it could be time to break away from something. It could be something coming to a culmination, but definitely listen to that intuition. Pay attention to those dreams. Maybe write them down when you wake up. There might be some clues there for you. And the peacock, this is an energy of shining and even showing off a little bit, and being your most like authentic self. Like, so, don't be afraid to show your talents to the world, to show people who you really are. Post beautiful photos on your social media, and create those beautiful videos. Start that project, put your best face forward. Some of you might want to have new photos taken for your LinkedIn even, right? Like, not all of you are performers and artists. I don't assume that you are, but we all need to kind of put our best face forward. And you may be looking really good this month, Cancer. So maybe it's a good time to do that, to kind of tweak your public image a little bit and show people what you got. So this is really cool. I'd love to hear if any of this resonated with you. As long as you're respectful in the comments, you're welcome to stay. And I want to thank you for joining me today. It's been great having you. It's been a real pleasure doing your reading. I can't wait to do it again. Until next time, take very good care of yourselves. Okay, bye.